I ate like the Japanese for 7 days. Here's what happened. If you had to guess the healthiest diet in the world, what would it be? Most people think of Mediterranean, keto, or plant-based diets, but Japan consistently ranks as one of the longest living countries on Earth. I wanted to know why, so for the last 7 days, I ate like the Japanese, beyond just hara-hachi-bu. And what I discovered? Completely changed the way I think about food. Today, I'll break down exactly what I ate, the unexpected benefits and struggles, and most importantly, how you can try this without overcomplicating your meals. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share the 3 biggest takeaways that could transform your health. This is Rapid Vitality Code, where we break down science-backed strategies for energy, focus, and long-term health. Let's dive in. Part 1. What eating like the Japanese actually means. First, let's clarify what eating like the Japanese actually looks like. It's not just sushi and ramen. Balanced and colorful plates meals are built around 5 colors: red, green, yellow, white, and black purple. The more variety, the better. Quality over quantity. Japanese meals are nutrient-dense but not oversized. Small portions, but deeply satisfying. High protein, low fat approach. Fish, tofu, lean meats, and plant-based proteins take priority over heavy oils and processed fats. Fermented foods in every meal. Miso, natto, pickled veggies, all of these help gut health and digestion. Minimal snacking. Most eating happens at structured meal times, not grazing throughout the day. Mindful eating practices. Meals are slow and intentional, often with a gratitude ritual before eating, itadakimasu. Sorry for my pronunciation. Of course, modern Japan has changed. Fast food, processed meals, and seed oils are more common today, especially in cities. But in this experiment, I focused on traditional Japanese eating principles, the way past generations ate, because that's where the real health benefits come from. So how did this translate into my week? Part 2, my 7-day Japanese eating experience. Day 1, culture shock, portion sizes and simplicity. I'll be honest, my first meal felt small. I'm used to larger Western portions, so adjusting to smaller servings was weird at first. What I ate. Miso soup, a small bowl of rice, grilled salmon with sesame and ginger, steamed spinach with soy sauce. Key lesson. The first thing I noticed was how simple the flavors were, yet I didn't feel deprived. The natural ingredients stood out without heavy sauces. Ingredient accessibility. All of these ingredients can be found at any grocery store or Asian market. Day 2, adjusting to a lighter eating style. By day 2, I noticed that I was feeling lighter but still satisfied. The meals weren't as heavy as what I was used to, but I wasn't missing my usual foods. What I ate. Breakfast, rice with miso soup, pickled daikon, and tamagoyaki, Japanese omelette. Lunch, soba noodles with tofu, seaweed, and sesame dressing. Dinner, grilled sardines with fermented greens and a small bowl of rice. Key lesson. The meals were smaller in portion but nutrient-dense, keeping my energy stable. Ingredient accessibility. Tamagoyaki can be swapped with a simple scrambled egg with soy sauce if needed. Day 3. Surprising shift in hunger and energy. By day 3, I realized something crazy. I wasn't craving snacks or sugar anymore. My energy felt even and stable all day. What I ate. Traditional Japanese breakfast, miso soup, natto, fermented soybeans, rice, and pickled vegetables. Bento-style lunch, grilled chicken, brown rice, cucumber salad. Dinner, tofu and vegetable stir-fry with miso-glazed eggplant. Key lesson, no blood sugar crashes. Because each meal had protein, fiber, and healthy carbs, I avoided the typical afternoon slump I usually get. Ingredient accessibility. Natto may be harder to find, but you can substitute with Greek yogurt, kimchi, or sauerkraut for similar probiotic benefits. Day 4. Increased focus and mental clarity. Day 4 was the first time I noticed a huge boost in mental clarity. My usual afternoon brain fog, completely gone. What I ate. Breakfast. Miso soup with tofu, spinach, green onion, and a side of steamed rice. Lunch. Teriyaki salmon with sautéed vegetables and miso soup. Dinner, vegetable stir-fry with soba noodles. Key lesson, stable energy levels equal sign better focus throughout the day. Ingredient accessibility. All ingredients are easy to find, even outside Japan. Day 5, the unexpected game changer, fermented foods. Here's where things got interesting. Japanese meals always include something fermented, and by day 5, my digestion and bloating were significantly better. What I ate? Soba noodles with shredded daikon and miso broth. Grilled mackerel with miso soup. Pickled vegetables and a small serving of natto. Key lesson: fermented foods are powerful. They don't just help digestion, they also improve nutrient absorption and gut health. Ingredient accessibility. Miso, pickled vegetables, and soba noodles are widely available. If you can't find them, swap for tempeh, sauerkraut, or kefir. Day 6. A surprising lack of cravings. By day 6, I noticed something unexpected. I wasn't craving junk food at all. Normally, I'd want a snack or something sweet, but I felt completely satisfied. What I ate. Breakfast: tamago, Japanese omelette, with steamed rice. Lunch: miso soup with seaweed, grilled tofu, and sautéed greens. Dinner: warm soba, noodle soup with green onion, seaweed, and egg. Key lesson: a diet based on whole foods and steady nutrition eliminates cravings naturally. Day 7. The final realization: eating as a ritual. By day 7, something clicked. Eating wasn't just about nutrition, it was about ritual and experience. What I ate. Simple miso soup and rice for breakfast, starts with tea. Light balanced lunch, grilled tofu, sautéed greens, and sesame dressing. Dinner: a communal-style meal with friends, sushi, small shared plates, and tea. Key lesson: I wasn't thinking about food all the time. Part 3. My 3 biggest takeaways and how you can try this. Takeaway 1. Balanced portions equals sign less hunger. Eating smaller, nutrient-dense meals made me feel more satisfied than huge portions with empty calories. Takeaway 2. Fermented foods are a game changer. Just 1 serving per meal, like miso, kimchi, or natto, improves digestion and gut health. Takeaway 3. Eating slowly changes everything. Because I wasn't rushing, I noticed when I was full sooner, which naturally reduced overeating. How you can try this without overcomplicating it. Simplify your meals. Start with a protein, a vegetable, and a healthy carb, like rice, soba noodles, or yams. Add 1 fermented food per day. Pickles, miso, or yogurt are easy. Slow down and appreciate your food. Put your fork or chopsticks down between bites. Get the free Japanese-inspired meal plan in the description. This experiment completely changed the way I think about food. If you've ever wanted to eat healthier without giving up satisfaction, the Japanese way of eating might be the answer. Would you try this for a week? Comment below. Join us in our next video as part of our series on Japan, the Okinawan diet versus Western diet, the real reason Japan lives longer. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.